So, you've graduated beyond buying dimensional lumber from the big box store. Congratulations! Now, you're looking at hardwood suppliers, maybe a local lumber yard, an online dealer, a sawmill, or even Facebook Marketplace. All of those can be great places to buy wood. But almost immediately, you run into a term you've probably never heard before: board foot. Suddenly, everything is priced by the board foot. Walnut, $14 a board foot. White oak, $12 a board foot. And if you're like most beginners, you're probably wondering, why can't they just sell me a board? Or maybe you're thinking, great, another confusing woodworking term I have to learn. But here's the thing, the board foot isn't just some weird woodworking gimmick. It solves a problem that would be almost impossible to solve any other way. Think about buying a sheet of plywood. Every sheet is the same size, 4 feet by 8 feet. Drywall is the same way. Even when you buy a 2x4, you already have a pretty good idea of what you're getting. Hardwood isn't like that because hardwood starts as a tree and basically ends as a tree, and trees don't grow to standard sizes. Every log is different, which means every board that comes off that log is different too. One board might be 6 inches wide while the next is 10. One might be 8 feet long and another 12. Some taper from one end to the other, some are perfectly straight. Some have knots and some still have the live edge attached. There just really isn't such a thing as a standard hardwood board. Now imagine trying to price every one of those individually. It would be a nightmare. Instead, the lumber industry came up with one simple way to measure every board fairly, regardless of its shape. And that's where the board foot comes in. The board foot has actually been around for a long time, with the earliest recorded use dating back to 1834 in the American logging industry. As sawmills became more productive and lumber started being sold on a much larger scale, merchants needed a consistent way to buy and sell wood. So they decided to measure the amount of wood inside each board. Not its shape, its volume. And that's exactly what a board foot measures. So what exactly is a board foot? To me, the name makes it sound much more complicated than it really is. A board foot is simply a piece of wood that's 1 foot long, 1 foot wide, and 1 inch thick. That's it. If you can picture that in your head, you already understand what a board foot is. And here's the important part. You're almost never going to buy a board that's actually that size. A board foot is simply a measuring stick. Kind of like how none of us carry around a 1 pound weight when we go grocery shopping, but we all have a pretty good idea of what 1 pound of ground beef looks like. And it really does make a ton of sense. Let's say one board is 12 inches wide and 4 feet long. Another is 6 inches wide, but 8 feet long. They look completely different, but they contain exactly the same amount of wood. That means they contain the same number of board feet. And that's really the beauty of the system. It doesn't matter whether a board is long and narrow or short and wide. If there's the same amount of wood in both of them, they contain the same number of board feet. So ultimately, you're paying for the amount of lumber you're getting, not the shape it happens to be in. That's why thousands of completely different boards can all be priced using one simple measurement. But now you might be wondering, why not just weigh the wood? After all, that's how grocery stores do it. The problem is, wood changes weight all the time. Freshly cut lumber can weigh dramatically more than kiln-dried lumber because of all the moisture inside it. Even 2 boards cut from the same tree can weigh different amounts depending on how dry they are. Then you have different species. A board foot of white oak weighs quite a bit more than a board foot of pine. So weight would actually be a terrible way to price lumber. Volume stays much more consistent. Despite the different measurements used, buying hardwood is a lot like buying meat at the grocery store. Unit costs vary based on factors like quality and supply. Ribeye costs more per pound than hamburger, even though you're buying the same amount of meat. Hardwood works the same way. Walnut costs more per board foot than poplar, but a board foot is still a board foot. So how do you apply this knowledge? Well, you can calculate a board foot. The easiest way is, of course, to just Google board foot calculator, enter your numbers, and it spits out your amount. But if you want to impress your friends or your spouse, you never know. By knowing the formula, the math is actually pretty simple. Take the width in inches, multiply it by the length in inches, multiply by the thickness in inches, and divide everything by 144. Why 144? Because there are 144 square inches in 1 square foot. If we reverse engineer our original board foot, it starts to make sense. 12 inches wide, 12 inches long, 1 inch thick. 12 times 12 times 1 equals 144. Divide by 144, 1 board foot. That's it. Once you remember that a 12-inch square board that's 1 inch thick is 1 board foot, You can easily recall the formula since the math on that is so simple and intuitive. So if you go to pick out some wood, you can use your keychain tape measure to price the boards you are looking at. If you don't have one of these, I can't recommend this enough. It is incredibly useful in a variety of scenarios, especially in buying wood. It's cheap and convenient, and never again will you be angry at not having a tape measure. There is a link in the description, which is of course an affiliate link that helps out my channel. Now, imagine you find the perfect board that's 6 inches wide, 48 inches long, and 1.5 inches thick. Run the numbers and you'll find it's 3 board feet. Simple. From there, you simply multiply by the price per board foot, and now you know exactly what that board foot should cost. After you've bought lumber a few times, you'll be surprised how quickly you start estimating board feet in your head without even thinking about it. So, at the end of the day, the board foot isn't designed to make buying wood more confusing. It's actually designed to make buying wood fair. If 2 boards contain the same amount of usable lumber, they should cost about the same amount, whether one is wide, narrow, long, or short. Without board feet, every lumberyard would probably have its own pricing system. Instead, almost every hardwood supplier speaks the same language. Once you understand board feet, you can compare prices between lumberyards, online dealers, sawmills, or even someone selling lumber out of their garage or off the streets. And one final thought, just being honest, like a lot of things in woodworking, the board foot seems intimidating right up until the moment someone explains it. Then you realize it's actually pretty logical, and you will start to envision what it looks like and what you can do with it, just as you do with 2 pounds of delicious ground beef. So hopefully now when you go buy some hardwood, you won't get sticker shock when you go to check out. Instead, you will get that much sooner when you calculate the price from how much board feet you have picked out. I hope you found this helpful and informative, and can find it in your heart to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching.